You're listening to episode 74, The Keep, directed by Michael Mann. And is this dark fantasy something worth checking out? Let's find out on today's episode of Video Villa Podcast. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. And you can tell we are not in the Video Villa. We are in the movie dumpster.
We're in the Keep.
Yeah, yes.
These are crazy. Molasar is down here somewhere.
So is it bad that I took all that like silver crosses off the wall and like put it in a sack?
No.
You
Look what you
don't
did.
touch the cross, Sean.
Nobody told me.
You don't touch the
They were
cross.
talking in Romanian.
Achtung!
I didn't understand.
Yeah.
Yes, we are here in the dumpster, and I got the dumpster boys with us. As this is something that we have been working on for a couple years now.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad we finally get to sit down and talk about Michael Mann's film, The Keep.
The weird and wonderful question mark, The Keep.
It is. We're going to. There's definitely some opinions have to be said about this film. Clearly, I am a fan. As for all the stuff on the table, you can see.
Yeah.
I read the book. This is one of those movies. I'm just going to get straight to it. Like, this is one of those movies, and I'm sure like maybe y'all have some experiences where like you see something. And like, you don't know what it is, but it's a quick glimpse. And you're like, what's that? What's that?
Oh,
and then you go a long time of your life, or maybe it's something that you can't recall from back in the day of a movie that you saw, but you can't think of the title of the film. And you're like, I need to find out what this is. And this is one of those movies that did for me. This movie and a movie called The Blue Tiger, which I remember that movie very vividly, watching it on Sci-Fi Channel of a little boy wearing... he's got a skeleton outfit, but a werewolf mask, and gets shot and killed right in front of his mom in a game at a pharmacy.
Never saw that.
And for the years, I've been looking for that film. And then I picked to do solo for the channel, and I look up the director, and I say, okay, what's this director done? And I'm like, what's this Blue Tiger movie? And I find the film.
Shit.
Oh man.
I've been looking for years, and I will say, thanks to the show In Search of Darkness, the movie documentary series, I finally was like, it's The Keep. And do the insert the Leonardo DiCaprio meme here.
Yeah.
I've had experiences like that too. I mean, we've all had those experiences, but like me specifically was Evil Ed. Ever see Evil Ed?
Yes.
There's like a scene where there's like this frog monster in a fucking refrigerator that gives him the finger. And like I remembered that so vividly as a kid, and it took me a while like to find out like what it was.
It was the VHS tape for me. I remember. I remember the cover.
Yeah, with the split head.
Yeah, so I remember the cover at Video Villa because like I used to walk the aisles before I could rent horror movies because I was too much of a scaredy cat. But like I finally was like I was at Monster Mania. I'm like, Evil Ed, holy shit, this is the movie.
Yeah.
What about you, Sean?
We actually talked about this recently on our show for Freaked.
Yeah.
We talked about this exact topic because that was one I said in that episode with our buddy Matt Cannon that I saw it on TV. It was like one of the interview scenes, so it wasn't even like one of the crazier parts of the movie. And I was like, what the fuck, a worm guy?
Yeah.
And then for years I didn't know what it was. Eventually found it. One of my favorite like weird comedies.
Yeah, I was saying book. The Freak was another one. My babysitter, I was 5 years old, I spent the night at my babysitter's house, and her daughter was in charge of watching me.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, this has got some guy with a sock puppet for a hand. I'm sure you can watch this.
It looks goofy.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Until he gets murdered and starts spitting up blood.
That sock full of holes, man.
And then with me and my buddy Will were at this thing called, it was called Last Chance. And it was like a store in Tennessee that had like, it was like a Goodwill, but a much better Goodwill.
Yeah.
And I found, which is now worth a shitload of money, the two disc deluxe DVD set, the first one that came out.
Yep. Oh yeah,
I bought it for like $10.
there you go.
Yeah,
that fucker's way out of print.
Oh yeah. But that was another. I'm glad you said that because that's another example for me, man.
Great movie.
Yeah. So as far as it comes to your first viewings, was this your first viewing, Joe?
No.
Okay, cool. So you
Not
knew
my
about
first rodeo with the keep.
it. Okay, so what was your experience with it?
This one, again, it was like in high school. It was just I had stumbled upon it. I want to say it was, I don't know if it was badmovies.org. I can't remember. A lot of stuff came from that, but I can't remember. I can't pinpoint exactly when I saw this, but it was around that time when I was delving into like more B-movie stuff. And you got Jürgen Prochnow in this, and you got Ian McKellen in this, and Nazis fighting a giant demon. So like, count me in. I'm in.
Yeah. What about you, Sean?
Heard about this movie for years, never watched it. Then I watched it today. Here we are. One of those happens often on Movie Dumpster. We're doing it now here.
Well, we are in the dumpster.
That's
so
true.
If y'all are cool with it, I do want to. Just because we're in the dumpster, it's not Video Villa style, but like I want to do the shelf at the end. If you're
Oh yeah, that's fine with me.
Yeah,
Shelf for dumpster.
Yeah. I mean,
Yes,
we
since
we got it right here. We just pulled it off the shelf for you.
There you go.
This movie, it started with the image that you see in the Fangoria. Like, that's what I saw. I saw the second stage of Molasar, and I was like, what the fuck is this
What
thing?
is it?
It is the coolest thing I've ever fucking seen. Yeah. Like, this is like one of those things where it is like up there with like the T-800. And it's up there with like Tim Curry's Darkness. It's like one of I'm a very stylistic person, and like if an image can get me, I'm 100% in.
Sure, it reminds me of the totem from Puppet Master 4 and 5.
Oh yeah.
The main bad guy.
Yeah, the main bad guy. Yeah, there's like 9 feet tall.
Yeah. It's like a weird ass rod puppet. Yeah.
And I saw that like years. I'm talking about years ago. Like probably I was 17, maybe 18, and it came on the screen when I was watching one of my horror documentaries for like a split second. No explanation. I don't remember it because I just know seeing it, and also it played the clip of the electrical hand, the red electrical hand, and I was like, well, what movie is this? And of course, I can't remember back then. And then I found out it was issue 2 of In Search of Darkness, the documentary series. They talk about the keep, and I was like, holy shit! I finally have found this. So then I was like, okay, it's a book. Let me check out the book. And cool thing being said about the book is years later, the author, F. Paul Wilson, then wrote a script to be illustrated for IDW comic books.
That's awesome. Is that what these are over
and
here?
And it is a comic book version of his book. If you don't have the time to read the book, literally that is the book. There are no changes.
Really?
That is the book.
Okay.
Except you just don't get the inner dialogue. Clearly, because
Yeah.
you couldn't really put all that on page, or it'd be longer than a 5-run miniseries or whatever. But so I went into the book and read about the book, and we'll talk some stuff about the book when we start talking about like the differences and stuff like that. But I was just so into it. So then after looking into it, I find, okay, it's directed by Michael Mann. So then I go down the Michael Mann rabbit hole. I'm like,
I couldn't believe that. I was like, what am I getting into? Michael Mann? I was like, holy shit.
Exactly.
It's a far cry from most of his work. Dude.
Oh, it is. I just couldn't. I didn't know that. I missed that trivia, and when it came on screen, I was like, directed by, I was like, screenplay by Michael Mann. I was like, did he fucking direct this? And then that's like the next thing.
I'm sure Logan's gonna get into it, but like the reason you didn't know that is probably because he fucking like disowned this movie.
he hates this
the way that it
movie.
came out.
Really?
He hates this movie. And the thing is I've got the imprint release, the special box set. There is a great documentary in there. And it really does, like, besides the little small clippets of interviews that he has online of him talking about, because he doesn't even want to talk about it.
No.
But you get to see, like, on stage interactions from making the film. And then you get to see, they talk to a lot of, like, editors and visual effects artists that worked on the film and what was going on. Because a lot of these people are still alive. Yeah. And just basically, like, this was like one of those movies, like when this was something he wanted to do. He sought this out to make it. And he wanted to make changes because he wanted to create something as known as an adult fantasy, not a horror book, which is the book is known for.
Sure, yeah.
Because the book isn't like a series. It's part of the Adversary Cycle series where it follows Rosalind, which is who Molasar is. Roslam or whatever. And Molasar pretends...
Radu.
Yeah. He pretends to be multiple characters. And it's like a battle between him and Gleekin, and how, like, it's like a yin and yang kind of thing. Like two were invented at the same time.
So you're telling me that those two entities go through a series of books and like decades and shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's the best.
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's
Think about this, really, because I just finished the book. It's just like the Deadlights and the Turtle.
Really?
It's very similar.
Okay, yeah.
It's very similar.
Yeah.
So like it's a lot of that. Like you have the turtle, and then you have Pennywise is it, and so forth, and the Deadlights, where like they both coexist in the same time and stuff like that. So basically, like these two characters have been existing for many, 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 many years, and how like the Gleeking character is considered like as a no man. He can't die, and his life is he's just supposed to roam the earth to make sure that Rousum stays hidden in the keep. But it's not that thing where it's like there's all good and all bad. It's not as like cutthroat as that.
More gray area, yeah.
It's more like Gleekin is more of the gray person. Like he is
sure.
not like this impediment. Like I know you were joking off screen. Like, who's this guy? Jesus? He's not Jesus by any means necessary.
I mean, I was joking, but I got that vibe when he's introduced later in the film. It's like, all right, I've walked the earth for a millennia. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right.
He's there to keep the evil,
Yeah.
quote unquote, in check.
Exactly. So it's very interesting once you get to like know the lore, and that plays a lot with when Michael Mann was making the film. He wanted to make it more of a dark fantasy. He wanted to make this an adult fantasy film, and that's why he changed Roslin from being in the book. He imposes as a vampire.
Okay,
Really?
that
Yeah.
makes so much fucking sense.
Yeah.
Because I'm watching this movie, I was like, is this guy supposed to be a vampire? They even show this is the monster, right? You're talking about?
Yes.
And then of course it goes somewhere else with it.
That's
But
why
then
it's Molasar. Molasar is a vampire that roamed the world with
right.
Dracula.
So I was like, this
He's
guy's a
even called-
vampire. They show a fucking mirror and you can't see his reflection, but they do nothing with that. And I'm like, okay. And the movie doesn't, again. what
Isn't
we
his
just said.
full name Radu Malasar?
Yes.
Okay.
Like Radu from the fucking Subspecies movies?
Oh, yeah.
He
Which is a vampire,
Which is
right?
totally
yeah.
No, really.
Yeah.
He in the book he goes through like I fought in battles with who was Vlad.
Yeah.
And like literally like
Hung out with a stat.
Vlad's my homeboy.
because he worked on people's fears. He is
Like a Pennywise.
like a Pennywise. He is a shapeshifter, and he will figure out what you're scared of, and then to get you to do his bidding, he will change based off of what his needs are to be to meet your needs,
Sure.
to make you do what he wants you to do, which makes much more sense. Okay. I will like they change him to a Gollum character because of the Jewish backstory, which makes sense.
Yeah, sure.
In theory and stuff like that. But I feel like when you bring that into like that's when we kind of get the dark fantasy aspect and stuff like that. And also like the whole thing about the talisman, you know, like there's a beacon of that the only thing in this world that can destroy this other entity of all that is bad in the world. Is this special weapon, which is very fantasy-like.
It's like a
100%.
phylactery from a fucking lich, straight up. That's what I thought of the second they mentioned it, because that's what that is. A phylactery is usually like an item that's enchanted, or a lot of times it's like a glass with their soul in it, or something to that effect that they have hidden somewhere, because if it's destroyed, that's the only way to kill the lich.
The MacGuffin.
Right. But I'm saying it is like a thing, like Logan's saying, literally in fantasy. So I wonder if they're like, oh, Dungeons and Dragons has this thing. Hundreds of years of history of fantasy novels have things in this vein.
Yeah,
and the Gollum, like you mentioned.
The unicorn horn.
Yes. Like legend. Yeah, that's true.
The master sword, all kinds of shit like that.
Exactly. And so, and I'm glad you said that because I showed you off screen. We don't have it on the table, but what's called, they made a, what is it called?
Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. That's probably second edition.
Yeah.
Like
it's a campaign.
A campaign.
They made an actual campaign of the keep, and they also made a board game of the keep too as well.
They made a board game?
Yeah.
What is that? Does that play like what?
I'm not too sure because that's the only thing. That's like the only thing of memorabilia. That and the Laserdisc is the only thing I don't own currently.
Okay.
But
my
it is
guess
on my
is
get list.
my guess is either to close him back in or to release him would probably be the end game of the board game.
Sure,
right?
but I wonder if it plays like any of those like H.P. Lovecraft.
Oh, maybe.
Game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like more of an adult game.
But like a small, like not like a campaign like RPG, but like a smaller RPG,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
turn-based card one.
Like one of those
Gotcha.
more advanced ones,
You know what I'm
for
talking
lack of a
about?
better
Yeah, I
term,
forget
yeah.
what they're called.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go in, you get the talisman, you get out with the talisman,
Yeah.
that's the game, but there's bad shit happening
Yeah,
along
there's like
the
a
way.
timer, some kind of timer
The
device.
Holy Spirit's chasing you or something.
Yeah.
But that's so. Here's another fun thing: is this is the last thing I'll say about the book, and we'll start talking about the backstory of the movie. But like, so here's the cool kicker of the book. At the end of the book, you find out, and the spoilers. If you don't want to know what happens in the book, fast forward. But
I'll run out of the... No, I'm just kidding.
but you find out Molasar, like I said, that's not his real name, and he's not a vampire, but he's playing on the fears of vampire because in that point in time, that's what those people were scared of. They're in this castle-like keep.
I love that.
Sure, yeah.
And so
Romania.
He is a sorcerer.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
He's Saint Germain is what it is. No.
Yeah,
Well, if he's a sorcerer, it goes back to my bullshit Dungeons and Dragons.
Exactly,
You know, a
exactly.
powerful wizard has an item.
Well, he's a warlock in
Yes.
that case.
yeah, exactly.
They
Yeah,
all kind of blend together.
Yeah.
That's the best way to like explain it because when him and Gleekin fight each other, that is like he becomes his true form, and they end up fighting on the top of this giant top part of the keep.
Oh, wow.
And then the keep like crumbles, and it's weird too. Like it's very adamant. Like it's like a lot like the Northmen where they fight
the
naked.
volcano.
Love that.
Yeah, so they fight naked in the book. He's got nothing but a cloak around him, but
Oh,
he's
man.
naked in the comic as well. And they fall to the earth and stuff like that to destroy each other. Because like they have to, in theory, they either they coexist together or they don't exist at all. Like
Okay.
you can't have one without the other. Either they both die or only one, or they both have to live.
What is light
Wow.
without dark?
Exactly. Exactly. But yeah, so the book, very, very popular. And then Michael Mann loved the book and he started out to turn it into the film. He got the money from Paramount because he just did really well with the Thief.
Oh, yeah. James Caan.
James Caan's Thief, which is a fantastic movie. It is really, if you like a good crime drama, it is a slow burn, but if you like a good crime drama with like a really good like final scene, it's really,
yeah.
really
I mean, that's what he's good at, man.
Oh yeah, he changed.
Yeah.
He changed the world when it comes to like when he got on Miami Vice.
Oh, yeah.
He changed TV. He changed
That's
the way cop dramas were filmed. He added style and substance that then there wasn't. It's not like this T.J. Hooker kind of character. Like these guys in Miami Vice were just like. It's different. They were cool and they were taking on drug dealers. It was just like a little bit more raw and edgy. Sure. Yeah. And the way he filmed it was not it. The way he would film it was more traditional to like British crime dramas, not something that we had seen in the States yet.
Right.
So it caught people's eye and it was different. You know what I mean?
I want to say there was also like a little bit of a continuous story on Miami Vice.
Yes.
Not that we want to go too deep into that trivia, but yeah, that also added to it. Yeah.
So he ends up working on the film. Paramount gives him a shitload of fucking money. I'm talking like this is like an Apocalypse Now scenario.
Holy
legit.
shit.
Like it's to the point where like they are at the end of the film and like, well, you might just throw this whole fucking thing away. Like, and dude, he went through editor after editor after editor. These people were saying like I worked 120 hours in 1 week.
Holy shit.
And they also like he doesn't sleep. He's been awake for 5 days straight. Michael Mann.
Yeah.
And like
doing all that coke, dude.
I probably, dude. And it's just like, and he like they said the biggest problem was like he couldn't visually tell them what he wanted. He would say,
I
"I
the
want
worst
this."
thing a director could do.
I totally understand that, but
No one understood what he wanted. And it was like, and they would do it. And
Did they storyboard this at all?
So here's another thing. Yes, they storyboarded. He drew some of the storyboards, but the other thing is they didn't like things to be drawn down because it was something about like they didn't want to be
like pigeonholed into what they had to do.
Exactly.
Find a happy medium though, for Christ's sake, right?
It didn't help that like I believe the special effects artist fucking died.
Wally Weavers.
Oh my god.
The visual effects artist. So like a lot of stuff that he had planned and was planning to do, only he fucking knew how to do and execute, and everybody was like,
And you know why?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
You know why? So there's a really good interview with him before he passes on the set of the film. And they're talking to him and he goes, I come from an old school. Because we're talking about, we're talking about Space Odyssey, Superman,
Yeah.
special effects.
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
He
yeah.
is the man for
Yeah.
special effects.
Mhm.
He's done things that no one was able to do to that point until he fucking did them.
Yeah.
That's
what I mean?
crazy.
So he's pioneering most of this shit
And
as he's going.
And it's like a magician. Like you don't show other people your tricks. And
I
that's
kind of thought that's where you were going with it.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was his concept. That's how he was brought up.
Mm-hmm.
So he never wrote anything down. And everything, how he wanted to execute everything was in his head.
Yeah.
So when he passed away, those things went with that, and other people had to take up the shots, and they're like, well, what did I even put here? What's supposed to go here?
Right.
What is this
yeah.
supposed to look like?
So
You
and
know?
He's also securing his employment by doing that was also the logic. I feel like a lot of people that had that mentality, like, well, if no one else knows how to do it, you got to hire me. Obviously, not expecting to die, and then now the production's fucked.
It's all about the execution, though,
Yeah,
too,
yeah,
I
yeah.
think, in that. And even now, I feel like people try to withhold things from other creatives. And, like, to an extent, I think the difference is, if you're working on something like digital or something like that, somebody can just take your template and just use it and do whatever they want with it. But when it's like something like with your hands that you have to like sculpt or fabricate or even at that point with like
this was matte paintings and stuff.
matte paintings and drawings and all that. Like
that's what he made. That's where he was like think about Space 2001 Space
Yeah.
Odyssey and
the
space and then the thing.
Yeah.
I forget
The
what this
spinning,
ship's called.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the ship called spinning.
But
that.
like you can't take that away from
Yes.
the actual creative. Do you
Oh,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
No,
so
I
like,
agree, yeah.
Even though if you tell them the technique, that doesn't mean somebody can execute.
Yeah, and the thing is he came from an old school format. So like the Molasar character, when we see the Sting character, where he's like, when we go to that scene, I'll go more into detail. But like they're trying to build like this giant tin man that had holes in him to pump steam out of to digitally impose Eva in the arms because that's what he was going to do. He was going to
Holy
take a still
shit.
image and then slow, like as he comes down the hallway with it because it was suspended in the air, so
Yeah.
the steam would rise.
Yeah.
He was just going to display her, but it wasn't working. And here's the crazy
You don't
thing.
say.
It wasn't working. He passed away, and guess who comes on to play? ILM.
Yeah,
They
well.
come in and they're like, there's easier ways to do this.
How about we do this?
Well, I gotta say, I love the fog, but John Carpenter should have got on the phone with these guys because they nailed this ethereal kind of smoke monster.
And that's they came on and that's what they did.
Yeah, and it looks awesome.
It looks fucking amazing,
Yeah.
dude. It looks crazy.
Yeah. How they got it to like smoke and then terminate and not like fill the whole fucking room is
So-
crazy.
And I'm saying that I think they actually came out the same fucking year. Carpenter was probably kicking a can down the fucking road. Ah, goddamn!
I mean, dude,
We're gonna go fuck Adrian Barbeau, damn it! I gotta write the thing. People are gonna love it. Audiences are gonna love the thing. I know it.
Well, the thing came out the same year.
I know, that was the joke.
Oh.
People didn't love it.
Oh.
Ruined his career. One of the
Yeah.
best movies ever made. Ruined his fucking career. Anyway, continue, Logan.
No, you're fine. But yeah. So like, we get into a lot of, unfortunately, like that's not where the bad stuff happens with this film. Like
Somebody dying, that's not the tip of the iceberg. Oh my God.
Well, like we were talking off.
It's just the tip of the
Yeah.
iceberg,
Yeah,
actually.
wow. Crazy.
Like, the original cut of the film was 3.5 hours.
Yeah, it was like something like 210 minutes.
How many shots of just shit? Wow, it looks cool. Hold on that for a minute.
No, it's a lot of exposition then.
A lot of exposition was removed.
Well, that's what
like
I want.
like a shit ton.
He got it down to 120, and then that wasn't enough, and then he got it down to 96 minutes.
the
Studio wasn't happy.
Well, he didn't. He made his final cut was 120.
Yes.
and the studio was like, "Fuck you." Paramount just went in and just chopped shit out without consulting him.
Yeah,
Didn't
it's
that
a
have a
lot.
legend
of-
also? Or am I crossing my wires here?
They made Ridley do it, but Ridley cut it down.
Okay. That is
Ridley cut
different.
it down himself, but Mann didn't cut down the 96-minute
that's
cut.
fucked.
So like there was vital shit that was just missing.
Got ya. Wow.
And Paramount was like, "Fuck you," and they just put it out, and it was like, okay.
Well, and that's another thing is so that happens. They put it out. Doesn't do well.
No.
I will say the promotion wasn't great for this film. I watched the trailer that was released. There's nothing in the trailer. Nothing explains what's happening in the film. The only thing that we get out of the trailer is some of the scenes that were cut. That's it.
Did they show the monster at least?
Not really not too much to be
That would
honest.
have got you to see it, right?
We were just talking about that on Magic, where like you see the dummy, but you have no context for what the movie's actually about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's weird. It's just like it just goes. It's just at the end. It's just like the keep, and all you hear. The main point of the trailer is don't remove the crosses.
Don't.
That's yeah. Don't.
Which again, I joked about it at the beginning here, but I can't believe that character just disappears after he makes
Ow.
that huge,
Ow.
like, don't do the thing.
There's
I'll
more.
see you.
There's a reason why.
There's more.
fuck.
I'm going to save all those stuff till the end.
Yeah,
Because-
all right,
and once
fair.
we get till the end of we'll go through it. I'm going to say everything that was removed, basically, because we've covered everything.
Sure, yeah.
But yeah, so it doesn't do well. And, another big part of the film was the soundtrack, Tangerine fucking Dream.
Which, in this case, works super well for this movie. We discussed it on the Legend episode that we did with Tony from Hack the Movies, where the Tangerine Dream score is what everybody knows. But I got to tell you, man, that Jerry Goldsmith score makes that movie better.
For Legend, yeah.
However, the fucking score for this rules.
Oh, yeah.
So this is how it works. The thing about Tangerine Dream and the score, and this is why I love it so much, and this is what I love about certain movies when they do this, because this is my forte. This is the shit that I hold dear. I like it when you're watching a period piece movie and everything's not 100% committed to the period.
Like actually.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, so like when it comes to the soundtrack, these are not sounds that you would have heard in 1941.
Yeah, 100%.
All full synthesizer, and I think that enhances the movie and makes it so much cooler. In which, with him, Michael Mann, and then previously with The Fog and Carpenter, I think this is what really born synthwave. Really.
Oh,
I mean,
100%.
there's definitely, those are two that jump to mind. Yeah,
exactly. Like this is what this
And
is
also like Emerson, Lake and Palmer as well.
Yeah.
It's same ballpark.
Yeah. It's like, this is this kind of stuff where like you're taking something completely out of the element. You're adding these colors and sound effects that don't match, but somehow you would think it shouldn't work. Why is there lasers in 1941? But it works just like the original heavy metal. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Where you
Yeah.
see the goblins and the SS,
Yeah.
fighting together and like holding guns. Like that just fucking works. You know what I mean?
I will say that I feel like some scenes, and maybe this is just because Tangerine Dream was told to, I don't know the order of events, but they probably were playing the music to the scenes. But some scenes I feel like are just long because they're like, well, Tangerine Dream was kind of cooking in this part on the boat. Let's show this whole fucking minute-long boat ride. I mean, it is also a striking scene, like the blue turning to red. There's a lot of color, like you were kind of saying, Logan, in this film. Striking colors, a lot of like forest with intense greens and blues.
Yes.
There's some great landscape shots
With
in
the
this.
Tangerine Dream,
Yeah.
almost to the
Oh
beat of
my
what's
God,
happening.
yes.
But it adds that like
Yeah.
otherworldly dark fairy tale type feeling to the whole thing as well, like we were talking about before.
Yeah.
It does. I just think there's a few shots. I'm like, all right, let's move on. I get it. Let's move on. I want to see this
We
fucking
get it.
whole boat trip.
You're impatient. We know.
Yeah, I am. 137 minutes. They're already cutting shit out. We got a 1 minute boat
It's
scene.
96 minutes.
And whatever the fuck you said, 120 earlier.
yeah.
So,
And here's the crazy thing. So Tangerine Dream, they get hired. Michael Mann's such a big fan. They worked on The Thief together, which is what The Thief is said to be like their best score. The Thief's score is like said to be
That
their
one's
best
good.
score. It's been repurposed. The last season of The Bear, they just used the main title track
yeah.
in the last season of The Bear while they're all rushing in the restaurant. It just goes. But like the main, like the problem with them is like they do the film. Okay. They had this big long conversation with Michael Mann and they're like, okay. He's like, I want to use a lot of your score. I want new stuff, and I want to use some of your repurposed stuff because he saw him in concert. He's like, I like that. Can I put that in the film? They're like, yeah, 100%. Fuck. Dude, get this.
This is where the trouble begins.
The score's supposed to come out in 1984.
oh, the copyright
And
problem.
they never get a phone call. Tangerine Dream never gets a phone call, and the record is never released. It is not released until 1997 after all the disputes, and it is released on CD. Okay.
Who even gives a shit besides the diehards at that point, right?
It's
People-
one of those lost movie type things.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
And people said, well, the record actually was distributed. And people were like, you're probably mistaking it for the Laserdisc. I mean, let's call it because nothing was ever nothing. It wasn't even pressed.
Yeah.
Some people were like, oh, they got some pressed ones and they put it out before they can reject it. No, it never came out.
Yeah.
That's a big fuck up on the studio then at that point.
So then, okay, in 1997, the CD comes out. People were finally happy. None of the tracks from the movie are on it.
All the B-sides.
What the fuck?
There's
So they
like-
just made like a compilation?
We remember what Michael Mann asked for from 10 years ago, so I guess this is it.
No, the scenes that were removed.
Oh.
Well, that was on the tracks from the
my
scenes that were moved. So
God.
people were like, well, I don't understand where's the cross song? Like
Yeah.
Stealing of the Silver
That
Cross.
was
That's
like one of the more
epic
memorable
song.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we got in 2001. There was a final official release on vinyl, and it's the same thing as a CD, and they say it's the most
Complete?
accurate
Oh, okay.
without it being remixed
To the original runtime?
to the original ones that were on the. So the 97 was supposed to be like re-edited. So technically, they didn't sound still not the same. Still the same songs. They just re-edited.
Okay.
And so it was more
It's like a Beatles One situation. We're putting out some found Beatles stuff, but it just remixes of Beatles songs. $100.
Pretty much.
Remember that shit?
In a theory, that's what it was.
Yeah.
So then, I went to go get it, and I'm so glad I never purchased it because I listened to it before on Spotify before I bought it, and I'm like, well, none of the songs I like are on it, and I don't want to just have it because it is expensive.
Yeah.
But here's where the community comes into play and is the savior. In 2001, there was a bootleg 3-disc copy of all the tracks.
Oh, wow.
Where did they get the stems from and everything?
Remember the songs they told you he wanted to pull that he wanted in the film that they had already released?
Oh, yeah.
They pulled those masters from those albums
Motherfucker.
and all put them together on a 3-disc set.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's all the tracks that were used for the entire film. But like I said, like some of the tracks, like the concert logos, their live concert, a lot of the tracks that they used in the Keep or in that live album.
No shit.
So they just, they pull from there and they repurposed it and made a bootleg CD.
Yeah, well, that's fucking cool. I love that. I love when fans take it upon themselves and just like recreate stuff or put it together best they can.
It's called the deluxe edition, and it's well known in like the physical media realm of like CDs and stuff like that. I've been looking really hard. I found a guy listed all the tracks so you can download, but like there's like so I can make my own if I wanted to.
Go to Chiller Theater. Chiller Theater. Somebody at Chiller has it. I would bet money
They
on
definitely
it.
used to, for sure.
Yeah.
Are we talking about alternate cuts for this yet?
You are talking about the endings and stuff like that?
Well, not
The
necessarily.
TV cut?
Well, I just want to mention.
Go ahead.
I think one of the things that really pisses me off about this movie is that, you see this giant, beautiful box set here. I have the Vinegar Syndrome release of The Keep. And I don't know what I know that there's stuff on the big box set that has some extra footage on it. But man, I'll be fucking damned. On this Vinegar Syndrome release, there's a big disclaimer in the front that says that they couldn't get the TV cut footage and integrate it back into the film for legal reasons.
Yeah, so I don't know why the fuck that is because like
Is it because of the score?
Oh.
that was some of it to play, but here's the thing is like the TV cut is the ending you fucking want.
That's the one you want, right?
So
it's different.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
it is actually an ending. The movie just ends.
Yeah, that's true. Right. Just kind of looking off into the distance without explaining it beyond that.
So the TV cut, we can just go into that now. But the TV cut is Gleekin. What he ends up doing is because this happens in the book, he ends up going like this. There's like a portal. They all get sucked into the portal, and then the portal explodes. And at the end of that, there's Gleekin left, and he's still there. He's just been turned mortal.
Sure.
He is no longer the entity that he used to be.
Oh.
Like, so his service is no longer needed because Molasar is gone.
Yeah, he got the Raiden treatment.
Yeah, pretty much, yes.
He got
yes.
James Remar.
Yes.
From the movie, yeah. Annihilation. Oh my god. He jumps out, does a somersault, different uniform on.
And he's like, "Oh, I'm mortal now. Thanks.
I got this tattoo. They're going to talk about this more in the remake in 20 years.
But yeah, so after that being said, like, so when it comes to like releases of the film, okay, so like, it didn't do well. Like I said, Michael Mann didn't fucking want it.
No.
He was not happy with it at all. He fought for years he never wanted a Blu-ray to come out.
Unless it was the director's cut, I would assume.
I would think so. Like,
Yeah.
like literally, we're talking about like this, the depths of what we got with this film is the best thing for people to understand. Like currently, this is like the Snyder Cut before the Snyder Cut.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or the version thereof that the Snyder Cut didn't come out.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. The Ire cut.
The original theatrical, the butchered version.
Yes.
That was a joke about the first Suicide Squad movie, which is not good. David Ayer's cut ain't fixing it, but continue.
That movie sucks no matter what you
Yeah,
do.
yeah. Anyway, that just the Snyder
like
Cut
it.
shit fired that.
I like it. I'm okay. It's okay. Y'all can talk about
The
it.
second one is one of the
I'm
best
not crying.
superhero movies ever.
I
but
mean,
No, it's fine.
this is the Keep review. Let's
Yeah.
move on. John Cena, we could see you.
So the tape came out in 1984, just like it was supposed to release. Nothing happened for this for years. DVDs come on the market, and no one is putting this on tape. I mean, on disc. Nobody.
We have the tape. Fuck it. We'll wait.
until literally 2020.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Is the first copy to be produced on disc, and it's just DVD, not
was
even
like
Blu-ray.
DVD.
In 2020.
Which was international too. Like, isn't that
Australian.
an Australian release?
Yeah, it's Australian.
And like this is like one of those movies that we always talk about on Movie Dumpster, where like it didn't get shit. It was lost basically.
Yeah.
If you didn't have the tape or were able to rent it or anything, you just didn't see it.
And nowadays, I feel like people have enough devices that could play stuff like that. If it's
Yeah.
not your country, a lot of Xbox, PlayStation, you can buy a specific Blu-ray player or 4K player. But some people, you pop this into a PS2, good fucking luck. You're not watching it. I'm just saying, that's an added element. You finally got it in 2020, and you still can't fucking watch it.
Well, the region free thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's the one cool thing with Australia. All their stuff is region free.
Oh, it
Oh,
is.
there you
That
go.
is the one. That is the one benefit, and that is.
You see what I'm saying, though,
yeah.
right? You're like, oh shit! After 20 years, I got it, and I can't fucking watch it.
What is it's VivaVision, right? Is that VivaVision?
Via Vision.
Yeah. So that's the same thing that Imprint, which is a subsidiary of VivaVision.
Yeah, Via Vision, I believe, is like the studio that gives them their prints, and
Yeah.
and Imprint puts together these big giant packages. Like I have the Never Ending Story one.
Yeah.
that they did.
It's all Romanian to me.
So that's all together. Like that is before this was released and before the Vinegar Syndrome. That's the only other disc
That's the
format
only
you're
other
going to
disc.
get it as.
So in like 5 years, Vinegar Syndrome's like, all right, we don't have everything, but we got a better cut or a more cleaned up cut we got ready for
Well,
you.
that's what we're saying.
Yeah,
The Imprint and the Via Vision cut and the Vinegar Syndrome just came out at the same time, but for two different markets, for two different types of
Wow.
fans. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
yeah.
Weird how it lines up that way for better or worse sometimes.
But I think they. The TV ending is on the big Imprint box set, but I don't know if it's on this.
It's not. No.
It's not? I thought it was. It says it is.
Well, I don't know what. I just watched it. I watched the 4K version of it before the day before yesterday.
Well, it's like a special feature, I mean, in SD. Like, they didn't restore it.
I looked. I played all the special features. It wasn't on it.
Joe's checking. He's making sure.
Hey, everybody. Pardon my interruption. It's Logan from the future. I just wanted to say that Joe is right. The TV cut is in the special release of the box set. It's on the Blu-ray disc. I just overlooked it because a lot of the special features of the Blu-ray disc were already released in the Vinegar Syndrome special features. So I just kind of like overlooked it and didn't really look too much into them. But after going back after the episode, I did find them in the Blu-ray disc, so just ignore everything I have to say and just forget all about that. All right, and back to the episode. It's not on the Vinegar Syndrome either.
Either Joe's going to be a liar or he's making a liar out of Logan.
No,
Let's
no.
find out.
What? I'm not gonna lie. Like I
I'm
said,
not looking for her to be a liar.
No,
I'm just-
I'm making a bad joke.
they could have
none of the TV shit is on here. I
Yeah.
could have sworn.
Wow.
Well, that's why I looked that up to check, because I was like, is the TV ending on there? And it said it was in SD.
they probably. Here's another thing: is that they could have agreed to doing something like that and then just pulled it before because like that. There's months before this was released before they talked about it online.
And that fucking sucks, dude, because it's like we waited and we waited and we waited, and like usually with a release like this and a movie like this where it it has this sordid history of being cut to shit, like we want to see the fucking restored version, or at least a version of it that they could kind of piece together.
The script's in there, so I don't know if it's in reference that you could read the ending in the script.
Oh, maybe.
I didn't have time to sit through read the script to see
I could have swore it's a TV version.
I mean,
Because that's where a lot of the footage that was cut is still intact.
the TV and the trailers because they can
And the
pull
trailers.
shit from
Yeah.
the trailer. But yeah, I mean, like the thing is the story behind this thing is like almost like one of those like cursed films.
Yep.
You can go on for hours for it, but I mean that's really all I want. The back history of like what maybe people would want to know. But I'm ready to talk about the Keep. Who wants to read the back of the box?
Can I read the back of the VHS?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah. Here we go.
I say all the boxes in front of me. They
My
don't have it.
apologies. Back of the
you're good.
VHS.
The back of the comic, blank.
Yeah, here we go. The superb gothic thriller will grip you with its combination of horror, romance, and supernatural. It is World War II in German-occupied Romania. Romania, not Romania. Or you. Mania.
Interesting.
Nazi soldiers have been sent to garrison a mysterious fortress, but a nightmarish discovery is soon made. The keep, TM, was not built to keep anything out. The massive structure was, in fact, built to keep something in. Scott Glenn portrays the stranger who alone must battle the supernatural force of whose evil power is dwelling within. Ian McKellen is the medieval historian, Kuza, dragged to the keep to unravel the mystery behind its gruesome killings. Alberta Watson stars as Kuza's devoted daughter, Eva, who falls in love with the handsome, heroic stranger. Okay. Even the box is like, is this what the movie's about? We're not totally sure.
Yeah,
We're just going to mention the word keep a bunch of times.
The Nazi, the keep, yeah, okay.
So, all right, so let's get into it. So, because I mean, unfortunately, this movie sounds really cool, but when you start to watch it, it kind of does fall to pieces a little bit.
Yeah.
It looks beautiful, though.
Oh, yeah.
Especially that 4K transfer.
Oh, it does.
It's
Holy shit.
absolutely gorgeous. The set design and the
it's
cinematography.
and it's nice too to see it on 4K because there's certain scenes you don't really understand what's happening. And that 4K cleanup, you can finally see stuff that you couldn't see on the muddy VHS.
You can see it, and it doesn't have the pan and scan shit, so you can see the whole picture as well.
Exactly. So the movie opens up. It is 1941 Germany, and we are seeing some German soldiers going through a country hillside in Romania. And we get to introduce to woman. Is it woman? I can't pronounce his name correctly.
Oh, I just call him Jurgen Prosch now. I have no fucking clue what his name is.
Sutter Kane's there.
Sutter Kane.
Volman. Yes, it was W, so it's V. Yeah. Volman's there.
Yeah.
And
Jürgen Proch now.
Like I said, Sutter Kane.
Kane himself.
And the ship captain in House of the Dead. For fuck's sakes. Wow. What a career.
Yeah.
So they are pulling in, and they have been giving orders to look over a keep. TM, yeah. So here's one thing is, the reason why they are there in the book is this is going to be the next Auschwitz.
That's what that's what
they
I
do
feel
not
like.
talk about that in the book,
They don't
movie
say
at all.
shit. They show up and they're like, I don't know, I guess we're here or whatever. It's because we're the Nazis, and they don't really explain anything. You think that they're gonna like go in and like take the power of the keep, and they, with like
Which is a classic Hitler thing.
Classic like Nazis and the occult thing.
Right,
Yeah.
But that's not what's going on.
Wolfenstein.
But that's what
Hellboy.
Exactly, but that's what that was the intentions in the book.
That's what I thought we were getting. I mean, the movie goes a little bit in that direction, but not that way at all.
It's never. It's unconsciously. Well, I mean, it is known. I mean, if you watch the movie hard enough, because a lot of people are like, this movie doesn't make sense. I'm like, well, if you pay attention, you can tell there's been a time jump.
Yeah.
You know what
I mean, specifically, Hitler wasn't like, go out there because we're going to rule the world with what's inside the keep. It was like, it just fits the narrative.
It wasn't like Hellboy where they send
they
send a platoon of like Nazi soldiers to go help Rasputin like fucking raise Leviathan or whatever.
No, not
now that is adult fantasy.
Yeah.
Michael Mann.
Well, that's the thing is like at this point is they're just doing there to get to do a job. There is no like, there's like at this point like because he even says like the war's over. Like he goes, the fight is over.
Because it's 41 by this point.
Yeah.
But he also even implies that the Germans have won. We have nothing else to worry about. Like, you find out later, maybe he's just talking to that guy to get him to shut the fuck up. Yeah. But there's a little bit of that because they even Jürgen Proschnau's character or his group of soldiers, like they're German just by their accents and their uniforms and even the tank they come in on. But they're not wearing the swastika. The second group that shows up, they're more of your on the nose stereotypical Nazis.
So these
SS.
It's very important to know like that in the book where like these are two completely different soldiers.
Yeah.
They are Hitler's Nazi SSS soldiers that show up the second. These are the German soldiers that fought through the revolution and stuff like that.
Whether they had a choice or not, they're doing it.
These are the ones that fought against fascism and then got called into war.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So these are not Hitler's German soldiers.
Yeah, they're not just like Gestapo. Because they're not killing people senselessly or any of that.
And they show that.
The actor who took on the role that is why he agreed to. He goes, I'm not going to be just a stereotypical German soldier, especially to talk about the Nazis. But he's like, but this character gave me the opportunity.
Which is cool.
I was wondering about that
Yeah.
because even Ian McKellen, you know, obviously he's played a character who's a Jew who survived the Holocaust
Magneto?
multiple times. Well, he's the other big one, but there's multiple characters he's
Yeah.
played over the years. I want to say he's even in Schindler's List, but don't quote me on that. But I wondered about that. Like, is this like, is Jürgen Perch now doing this like for the 5th fucking time? Oh, I'm another Nazi, or is this like the first time? I didn't do the research. I was just thinking about.
This was his second film because previously he had just played one.
Okay, so I wondered the same about Ian McKellen, but again, like I just said,
Oh, my bad.
I didn't
Yeah.
research it. But I'm saying the two of them specifically, I wonder about the other actors too, but they're probably the most famous people in this movie.
Yeah.
Man, Ian McKellen, dude. Imagine him at this age.
Bro, he
playing
looks like
fucking Magneto. He looks like he jumped out of the comic book.
the fucking latest. We're not quite there. I'm sorry, Logan, but that latest Doomsday trailer.
Yeah.
That's what Ian McKellen looks like in this movie. They nailed the old man makeup. By
I know,
the
but
way,
like when he gets young in this, it's like holy shit.
Yeah.
that is fucking.
I just say good old man makeup. They knew what this. It's like Linda Hamilton at the end of T2 original cut.
Or what's his face?
Benjamin Button.
No, what the fuck is his name? Why can't I think of it? From Exorcist. Yeah, Max von Sydow. There you go. Okay. I felt like such an idiot. Okay.
No, you're fine. I didn't know who it was. So we go inside the keep and we meet the caretaker. And the woman is talking to him, is like asking him, he's like, okay, who keeps track of the keep? We do. He's like, okay, who owns the keep? I don't know. He's like, okay, well, who tells you what to do? I don't know. He's like, okay, well, who funds all this? I don't know. He's like, so what have you been? He's like, my father did this for years. His father did this for years. So this lineage of men have been looking after the keep for years, centuries.
But the problem is they've forgotten what they're even fucking doing. They're just like,
Oh.
well, just don't remove the crosses, okay? All we know is that there's some bad shit in there,
And it can't get out.
And it can't get out.
Speaking
we
of, I
lost the thread.
That's some fantasy shit, man.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
classic fantasy. Yeah, literally, they've done it so long they don't remember why. They just know they got to keep doing
Which
it.
is why it comes out.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is why it
Wow.
always gets out.
108 nickel crosses around the perimeter, but then we find out they're silver.
Oh, they
crosses.
are silver. Yeah, there's a treasure in there.
Right, because the first fucking day, one of the like soldiers is instantly trying to pry one off. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing? I heard it was silver.
Don't touch the crosses.
It's nickel." And then the guy flips the fuck out. Right.
Yeah, so like he comes in there and he's sitting there and he's like, okay, well, we're gonna stay. He's like, no. No one stays in the keep. Well, what do you do? We leave at night. He's like, so what he's like what is the ghost do you feel like that it's haunted? He goes, no, people leave running in the middle of the night due to nightmares. He has this really sick cold line. I wrote it down because I wanted to recite it. He says, the real nightmares man has made upon other men in this war, the bad dreams of the keep are nursery rhymes to this in comparison.
Wow.
Yeah, and
Such a sick line.
I love that, and they keep doing that throughout the film too, where it's like, you think this guy's bad? What about the fucking Nazis outside? Like we
Yeah.
gotta,
Yeah. And then they escate it later. Yeah.
Well,
you're
yeah.
right.
But that's kind of the crux of the whole movie.
So he asks more about the keep, and they're circling the inside of the keep now, and he's like, this makes no sense. So he's like, the stones outside are smaller than the stones inside. Like it's made backwards. Like what the hell's going on here? It's not meant as a fortress. You know, it's like what's called, it's like, and they're like, nothing's,
Like reverse engineered.
nothing's meant like they're like talking about like anyone could just fucking walk in. There's
Yeah.
openings everywhere.
He's like,
You
it's
know
all the way, like you just said, the rock structure. It's like you're trying to keep something inside, like it's built the reverse way out.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck? And he won't explain it.
Which is
Yeah.
also weird because the Nazis are like, yeah, we're going to take this over. And it's like, well,
they don't know any better. That's
come on,
the point.
you should know that this is not a good fortress, or maybe they don't know yet.
I think it's just more of like I think it's the false confidence that they have.
Probably.
Because
Well,
especially the need for it, it's like, well, we're gonna that's the thing is we're not trying to worry about people leaving. We're trying to keep people in.
Well,
Yeah, we're going to also just take it because we can. And
Yeah.
that's what we're going to do.
and like Logan said in the book, it was supposed to be like the next Auschwitz, so this big concentration camp, and like
That's what I'm getting at, too.
they play up. Play up's maybe the wrong word, but they mention this with the priest character that and this was a thing at the time. People didn't know that those concentration camps were happening. Like they had no fucking clue. They knew something bad was happening, or the the Nazis were doing something with the Jews, but the general public were like, big whoop. That's why it took America to get so involved. I mean, it's more complicated than that.
They couldn't look at their cell phones and be like, oh, what's going on?
Well, I'm specifically bringing...
No, but you're right. Because of like the communication wasn't there.
And also, this is a sovereign state right now. So technically, like, they're on equal ground.
Right.
So for them to think that, you know... Like, for them to be, like, on this, not same side, but, like, you know, acquaintances.
Neutral,
yeah. So, like...
Not have them come in and fucking kill everybody.
Exactly.
And just to finish that thought, like, yeah, like I said, the priest brings it up. He's like, oh, we don't know what the Nazis are doing to these people. Like, they're just putting them somewhere. And Ian McKellen's like, we fucking saw where they're doing. Like, it's bad. I ain't going back.
Yes. No. So we get the scene where, what you said earlier, where they're stringing up lights, and the guy goes to yell, the caretaker yells at this guy. He's like, "Don't touch that! Don't remove the cross!" And he's like, "They're putting up lights, dude. Chill." And he goes, "Is this look like they're taking the lights?
You're supposed to be putting up the lights. What are you doing?"
Yeah, a chip mark in the bottom of the cross. He's trying to dig out.
He's got a fucking like
chisel.
A crowbar, and he's like trying to get it out.
You just earned yourself the first watch for a week. That was the worst thing he could have fucking. I guess how could he know? But
yeah, so he is. Yeah,
I mean. He's a fucking prick when we come back to him.
So he ends up, like they said, he gets on watch because he's been told that like the rumors is that there's treasures behind the crosses and they're actually made out of silver, which is true. They are. But that's when he goes, "You idiot! They're made out of nickel."
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Throw him off.
But so yeah, he's on first watch and he's supposed, and this is that scene.
Yeah,
with him setting at first watch with the light, dude. I'm thinking of like it's set up like Nosferatu.
A little bit,
these scenes, like, you see where these new filmmakers truly can finally like find inspiration.
Oh,
yeah.
They've been do their own thing,
and it's like a neon-soaked gothic movie. You know, the set pieces and stuff like that, which is really cool.
But I love that light, like you just were talking about, Logan, that's coming through the one cross. Like it's almost like semi-transparent. And that's when he finally is like, wait a fucking second. And he walks over and he inspects it again. But this time he's like, this is fucking silver. And he goes and gets like the other guy to confirm it. He's like, all right. Oh yeah, we're going to take this.
And ends up pulling this fucking giant block out of the wall.
I couldn't. Okay, like I mean, I've seen The Mummy. I'm a little bit more superstitious about this shit. But when he took that first one off and there was just a fucking incline like a tomb, I was like, I don't know about this, guys.
I don't think he gives a shit.
Oh, clearly,
yeah.
They're poor soldiers. They just want to take something home for their family. Seriously, though, that's their logic.
Well,
fuck this place. I don't care.
Yeah, so then they like going in. So he's like, okay, I told you it was treasure. So he's like, all right, give me that rope, wrap it around my hip. Let me climb in this thing.
Fuck.
And so he climbs into it, and it's almost like the guy's fucking fishing, and someone's got him.
Yeah.
And he's like pulling him. And we see this super sick, like, inside of the keep, which is all... that was all, like, built out of rock.
Was it?
This is not like this. They went to what's it called when you go around to try like find where you want to shoot your film? What's
scouting?
When they went scouting, they found like the perfect like entering area where like a mining shaft and stuff like that was, and they built this shit, and it goes through and whatever it is, just you see shooting down this like long like almost like runway.
Yeah, it's really cool, and he like fucking like slides down and like falls, and he's like, oh my god, and the guy catches him at like the last moment.
He catches him and he pulls him out, and there's give, and he pulls, and then all of a sudden it gives, and you could tell something's wrong because how easy it is for him to pull out.
He's so light.
Half his body has been just demolished.
You don't even know what happened, right?
It's like burned away, like half eaten, half burned.
Yeah.
And it's like from the shoulder to his waist on one side is just gone.
Because like the other scene with that whole, it's basically pitch black, like you were talking about. It's a little hard to see until they get to the runway, but you just see that ball hit something, like the hole where he's poking out of, and just like a poof. But then you don't see anything until he pulls the body out. I was like, that wasn't a poof. That was a fucking body explosion.
I love it too because when it comes out, there's this like cool reverse fog effect.
Oh yeah.
And it like sucks in, and the guy stands up. He's like, "Holy shit!" And like the stone starts pushing out, and almost crushes him. And he stands up, and this fucking force comes out of the hole, kicks this guy across the fucking room, and he explodes as he hits the wall.
Yeah, literally. If you watch it, and that's dude, that is so cool.
It's awesome.
And when you got the 4K, you can see everything. So
Oh, yeah.
He hits the wall. His arms explode off of his body.
His head, his arms, everything explodes.
I'm assuming they're digital, but the effects look pretty damn good.
No, that's all practical.
That was practical?
Yeah,
Really?
A lot of
Wow.
effects are practical, and then rotoscope and shit.
Yeah.
Maybe the roto is maybe what I'm picking up on.
The digital effects are mostly for the light stuff.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Like the electricity or like the red.
like the grid shit.
Yeah.
All right, got you.
So like, and here's this one big switch from the book. So in these scenes, so once it is to play in with the vampire, he just ends up like slicing people's throats and like he like hangs them.
Okay.
So they can find the bodies.
Like Predator. Wow.
Really, it's like Predator. Sure. Yeah, he hangs them upside down and like they bleed out and stuff like that. So now we cut to Scott Glenn, Gleekin, has awakened. He's got these big bursts of beaming eyes.
Also,
Stick himself
for such a
Stick
side,
himself.
from Daredevil.
Stealing.
Oh, is it really?
Oh, sorry.
Oh God, right? Yeah, sticks. Right.
You already took Magneto away from me. Then you take sticks.
Sorry. Come on, they were low hanging fruit.
I'm just realizing I didn't clarify this earlier. For anyone that's yelling at me in the comments, I thought this was the vampire guy you were talking about earlier.
Oh no,
because I didn't know the
sorry.
names that well. That's
Yeah,
my bad.
no, he's the
I
big
should have
guy.
made it. I should have been more descriptive.
Because when I mentioned earlier that they show him in a mirror, this character specifically, that's why I thought he was a
But
vampire.
also that plays well too because he's an entity. He's a being. He shouldn't.
Okay.
He shouldn't.
They both
technically
fit the
in theory
bill.
exist.
when he fucks Ian McKellen's daughter.
yeah, but they both kind of fit that vampire bill. But that's
Sure.
what I meant earlier. Yeah.
So Gleekin starts his journey into the keep. Okay, here is one of the scenes that was removed, and it was a big pivoting point in the book, and it was removed. He goes on this big journey and gets. We see him get on like a boat. That was a big part of the story because
Oh, that I was joking about earlier, the boat scene.
yeah. So really, what was happening in the boat is he gets on the boat. The war's going on. No one will take him where he needs to go. He's got tons of fucking money. He's like, I'll give
Yeah.
you whatever you need. And the guy's like, what about that in the box? Which would also let you know what the fuck's in the box.
And we only get like one scene like that.
And here's the thing
and it's
is,
very like whatever.
Well,
there's so
it's,
much
uh,
fucking money in this movie.
Yeah.
Could they not have created a better weapon?
Yeah.
So much money was blown on this movie. Like, that just looks like some PVC pipe.
I thought it was a lightsaber, to be honest, when he took it out. But
Well,
Yeah,
that's what happens when you use real rock to build a
So
fucking
it
set
is-
instead of foam.
It is a sword.
Yeah.
What's called and you kind of like it is like he puts together. And like you find it's
at the end,
at
yeah.
the end. Well, I'm saying in the comic it's a sword. Here it's more of like a, I don't know, a staff
Yeah.
in the movie.
Okay.
But yeah, the guy's like, I'll take what's in the box. No, you'll take my money. And he's like, I'll take what's in the box. And he's like, listen here, fella.
Don't do
Okay,
it.
don't do it. I will give you an opportunity. You can have all this money. Take me where I need to go. I'm keeping this box. He's like, okay. He takes his money, he goes, give me what's in the box. And he's like, I gave you opportunity. And he just fucking sliced his throat.
Oh, at that
man.
point.
Kills the boat driver.
Yeah.
Which would have been in the movie. What's called, and okay, no offense, but how long would that scene have taken? Could we not
minute?
I also would have liked a little bit more of him arriving because he just like shows up on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
And he's just like,
You don't
hey,
get the journey.
Hey, I'm the guy with the thing in the box. And then Soldier's like, wait, give me what's in the box.
Oh, he does like a Jedi mind trick and they get freaked out and he
He
leaves.
gives him the old fucking Raiden with his eyes.
Yeah, the eye trick. Yeah.
So some days have passed because that's nothing. It doesn't fully explain. You get some verbiage like it's been. I think he says something like it's been 5. No, that's 5 men now since this has been happening.
Oh, yeah.
And Wolverine has been trying to get a relocation put in, and they won't honor him. So he can't be like relocated. So due to so many men dying on his watch,
And him complaining to the higher ups.
they feel the need that he is incompetent to doing his tasks and have sent in the SS soldiers to reinforce what's been going on.
And these guys are full Hitler, man.
Full blown. These are the bad guys.
These are the bad
Yeah.
guys. They're in their black fucking suits with their armbands, with the swastikas and everything, and with the bad fucking haircuts, the whole nine.
They drive a tank right into the keep.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, this is just going in there.
They just wrangle up these fucking poor people in the village and just fucking mow them down. And Jurgen Prochnow's like running out, like, what? Wait, stop!
He's trying
Don't
to
do
stop
that. Yeah.
him. I was convinced for the longest time that was the fucking the keeper. but they literally never mention it. That guy just 86s out of the fucking movie. Like, don't take those crosses. I'm going to leave the movie now. So I thought like he was one of the villagers that got shot, which would have been convenient, but at least you could have been like, you just shot the one guy that knew about this fucking place.
It wouldn't be that unceremonious. Yeah. And I think Logan's going to fill us in on that.
So with the keeper, like you were saying, okay,
the keepkeeper.
Yeah. So he said it was a lineage. Him and his 3 sons or whatever. Yeah. So when the keep in the future, like in the movie, when Molasar starts to infect the town, all that fog is fucking people up.
Right.
And it makes them go crazy and they murder each other.
Oh.
Like I believe
speaking of Sutter Kane.
The son kills his father.
No shit.
Yeah.
Was that shot for the movie?
Shot in the movie.
Ah, fuck.
Shot in the movie and they took it out.
What?
Well, another one of the scenes that was taken out.
You fucking need that.
No wonder Michael Mann was so fucking angry.
Especially that. He was like a pivotal character.
Yeah, that's an important one. Like, I feel like that's probably been asked a million times. Why did the guy that knew all the information disappear from the movie, right?
He just fucking fucks off. And it's like that was one you needed to keep just to be like, oh shit, the evil's coming out. You know what I mean? Or now there's no more protector or anybody who has the lord dump.
They have the priest, but by the time he becomes like kind of keen to what's happening, he's already possessed, for lack of a better term.
He's already flip-flopping and like siding with the Nazis at that point. The fucking guy from the movie theater guy from Last Action Hero.
Nick?
Yeah, Nick.
Nick.
The bad guy from Thief, right?
Yeah. So that's the problem. Like he hasn't given him his golden ticket yet.
Yeah. He's
so him and Jack Slater can like take care of everything.
Right. It was funny to see him with a full beard in this, because that guy usually, every movie I've ever seen him, he's just bald with a beard, if anything. I'm like, full head of hair. All right. That was a fucking wig.
Not gray is one of the big things for me, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So woman has been talking to Campier, and he's basically explaining to him, like, listen here, there's nothing you can do, okay? What's called killing innocent people isn't going to do anything. He goes, it strikes fear. We need to strike fear.
Yeah.
And what's called, and he's like, no. What you're doing is not going to work. What we released something. We don't know what it is, but it's killing our men, and it doesn't care about anything. No. So you killing innocent people isn't going to affect it whatsoever.
I also love, like, when they roll up, everybody's just like, oh, hey, how you doing? How you guys doing? And they're like, what's them against the wall? Yeah. And it's like, you didn't have to do that.
They even take, like, the village elder as hostage, and it's like, any more of our guys die, we kill their guys.
Fuck them.
Jurgen Prochnow just kind of like, he doesn't give up, but he kind of is just like, all right, I have to deal with this asshole, and just kind of like, almost like gives up. Not literally, but he sits down and kind of in defeat, and this guy's like, I'm going to rule the roost now. Like, I'll figure it out. You don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Pretty much.
Your security was bad. That's what the issue is.
Yeah. So his big thing is, like, he tells him, listen here, you talk about working on, like through fear. If this thing is like you and doesn't care of the consequences, does your fear work?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Such a stone cold line.
It's good shit.
I will say the one negative part about this movie is, too, that due to how they filmed it, when you watched it, Sean, did you watch it with closed caption on?
No. I was tempted to, because some of the
you kind of need to.
Very low.
You the audio is very low in sync.
I just jacked it up to 40. I'm like...
and the loud scenes are fucking loud.
Yeah.
I had to throttle the remote a little there.
And unfortunately, that was one of the editor's big things. Like, the way he likes to shoot things and the way that these big scenes that are climactic are shot with these, like, very well-trained actors. Yeah. Unfortunately, the audio does not come off well, and you can't hear what they're saying.
Well, especially those big rooms, and a lot of this movie is big rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just think it's just bad mixing.
Yeah, well, that too. People away from a microphone or something.
I don't know what elements were available to them in terms of, like, remastering the film and the audio elements, but, like, you could have done a little bit, but you could have, jacked it up
on the
remaster.
They gave them a shitload of fucking money. Like, I'm talking about millions of dollars was spent on this film. Yeah. Millions and millions and millions of dollars.
And if it's not recorded right in the first place, I mean, you can't do anything with it.
Yeah.
I would say I'm surprised they didn't fix that. If not for the actual movie on the remaster, you think they'd do the extra work.
Or like doing the dub session or whatever, you know what I mean? The ADR session.
So now Woman has showed Campfier what has been happening to this soldier. He's like, I don't think you understand.
He shows him like a body, right?
Look at this shit.
Yeah, look at this fucking shit. This is what we're finding here.
He's like, I don't think the villagers did this. It's like this guy's corpse entirely burned away.
He's all fucked up.
And you see the white of his eyes just in there.
He's like, the villagers don't have the capability to do this. Like, it's not like someone got stabbed or anything. No. This is crazy.
This is magic.
So they find writing on a wall. They grab a Romanian. He's like, decipher this. He's like, I don't know what it says. He's like, you tell me what it says or I'll kill you.
It's like, I don't know what it says. I can't read it.
And then
If you don't know, I'll kill this guy.
yeah. Then the priest runs in. He's like, he's not lying. None of these people know what this says. Okay. Like this is not Romanian.
Yeah.
All right. And that's Nick. So Nick from Last Action Hero. So he's like, well, what it's clearly someone has to know. He's like, well, I know someone who can decipher this. And
he moves metal with his mind and
Oh,
his
God.
hands.
he hangs out with a guy in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
He has this ring that, if it's in the fire of flames, Elvish is on there, but it's not quite Elvish.
Don't let him put the helmet on, all right?
So he ends up sitting there and he's just like, okay, all right, so where is this individual? He's like, well, he's Jewish. He's where you put the Jews.
And there's also that ignorance there. The priest has no fucking clue.
Yeah, right, really. So they do know they're wrapping him up.
Sure,
You know,
yeah.
they're grabbing him up.
Just not the severity, maybe.
No.
Especially in the fucking sticks where they're at.
Yeah,
they're
what-
really
what-
not getting information.
They have fucking carrier pigeons giving them the news, man.
If you're lucky.
Or somebody just telling them whatever it is. Like
Yeah, I heard
somebody
their
texting-
sting like a
Yeah.
month ago.
Yeah. And that could have been news from...
Yeah. Seriously, though.
Yeah.
And so now Dr. Kuza has arrived with his daughter Eva, who is basically he was a scholar of ancient languages and stuff like that before he was captured. The keep wall says, "I will be free," so he's able to decipher it. But then he also states that this language has been dead for 500 years, over 500 years.
The problem is I knew he was lying. Because it actually says speak elf and I'll open it.
Speak friend and
Yeah,
enter.
there you go. Belloc's the answer is the point.
Actually, there's a fucking what do you call in there? A balrog.
Yeah.
So you don't want to.
There's a watcher in the water outside.
There's tentacles. I don't know.
So they take Dr. Kuza back to his quarters because they feel like he can be useful of some sort with his daughter Eva, and we find out he has a disease, basically a deterioration kind of disease, where it's a slowdown of blood flow, which can cause, without proper circulation, your body can rot.
Yeah.
Well, he says, "Oh, my father, he looks 68, right? He's 48." You're like, whoa.
Ian McKellen's 40. I had to look it up because once he goes through his miraculous transformation, he's 43 in this movie in 1982.
Again, great old man makeup. That's basically what he looks like now.
I know, but what's crazy to me is like he was like only a few years older than us when he was shooting this movie.
Sure,
and he's like
yeah.
full fucking gray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, like, unfortunately, speak for myself, but like he is
Well,
balding a little bit.
we still have the color, right?
Yeah, I got a little
But
bit of
he's
grays
got
right here.
he's got a full head of fucking hair.
I do love this detail, though, where they're like, okay, we got him out of the concentration camp. And then as soon as the Nazis leave the room, the priest is like, yeah, I could read that shit. I'm glad we got you out of there. Thank God. We need to get you the fuck out of here before you get put back in there. Like, that was the plan the whole time, just to save fucking Ian McKellen and his daughter. And
They're going
to
to take him to go see Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, well, they know that nothing good can come out of this, because I think even Ian McKellen's like, "Hey, you wrote that shit on the door, right, to get me here." He's like, "No, I was there." He's like, then he gets nervous. He's like, "Oh."
And that's where he's like, take this golden ticket.
Yeah.
Jokes are twice when you do them twice.
Yeah.
Jokes are good when you do them twice. Sorry.
Hey, here you go. You rip it in half. You just go right through the fucking screen. No problem.
Everybody's phone number is 555-555-5555.
So Hitler's going to be at this movie theater, right? You're going to go see the movie theater that's playing.
You're going to watch the bear shoot him in the face with a machine gun. Glorious bastards, everybody.
And then jump through the screen. You're good.
So while they're getting settled, they're trying to like plan their escape or whatever. Clearly, I guess some time has passed. I think this is another time jump. Clearly, we got scenes missing of how long they've been there because they're Eva's more acclimated to the keep, so she knows where the food's at and stuff. So she goes get her father some food, and she gets they attempt to two Nazi soldiers attempt to rape her.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
They even get up beforehand, and I'm like, what the fuck are those two guys doing? Grab her in the hallway.
Yeah, get the breakfast.
And then, like, this is like one of my most least favorite tropes in horror, but fine. The bad guy gets taken out by the entity because they're doing something bad, and now they have to die.
What?
Here comes the entity to stop the rape from happening, just like the fucking giant crocodile.
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you like her?
Jaws is coming to get you.
Would you like her to get raped?
No, I'm not saying that. I just hate that all of a sudden it's benevolent. It only kills bad people.
Well, it kills anybody.
Well, here's
we don't know that yet, Joe.
Well, here's the thing. It makes more. Okay, I guess we're probably with like books missing. I mean, sorry, scenes missing.
Well,
it makes more sense because the thing is his ultimate goal is to in order to get someone to do what they want and to get the power to rebuild himself, because that's what he's doing.
He's like Uncle Frank.
Kind of.
Hellraiser style.
Really, he 100%. He's Dr. Manhattan. He's over time rebring. It starts with his nervous system and stuff like that, which is the scene that we're about to get.
It's really cool.
Brain and a nervous system. That's really what it is.
This floating brain with a fog cloud.
It's really cool.
But was a Metroid.
In order to become whole, he needs energy, and to corrupt someone who's already corrupt gives them very low energy, like not a lot, okay? But to corrupt someone who is of a holy nature, good person, gives him so much more energy. Yeah, kind of like when when Pennywise feasts on children due to them having more fear, he gets more out of it.
Like he could kill whoever, but exactly.
Yeah. So he goes, okay, I can use this. Fuck, you're dead. And he just makes them their head. The first one, head explodes. Yeah. The second one, if you watch, and I think you probably saw in the 4K, his eyeballs explode.
Yeah. It's awesome.
It's awesome. Fucking amazing.
Well, it creates the energy in their eye, and it almost overloads. And that causes the explosion.
But to your point, I think that makes a lot of sense. Kill the bad guys because they're low energy, and he needs to put himself back together. But then save the incorruptibles, if you will, for later, so that he can corrupt them.
It's a key in his pawn. Like he's using Kuza as a tool. And he's like, okay, I know what I can do, because he knows who's in the key.
Yeah.
And even though I said all that, it is 100% intentional by the entity.
But even
to stop that from happening. Yeah. It has an ulterior motive.
Totally. My point
ulterior motive, that's the word.
It's just more, there's more of a point to it than normal.
Sure, yeah, you know I mean? I just something in general that bothers me in movies. Sure. I'm like, okay, obviously I don't want to see this happen, but could we have found a different way to kill these guys? Whatever. Such a nitpick.
No.
So he returns Eva to Dr. Kuza, and he
carries her.
Yeah, he carries her, and we get the smoke effect. This is where that Tin Man was going to be used. Okay. And that's what I believe. This is when ILM came in, and they did the smoke effect and stuff like that.
It looks great.
It looks so good.
He brings her back. And he's like, why are you here? And he's sitting there. He's like, they brought me here to find what's killing the men, but I think I found him, haven't I? And he's like, you, what's he say? You conspire with them, or conspire against me, or something like that.
And he's like, there's no conspiring here. I'm not a Nazi. Will you help me kill the Nazis?
So he says, they're my enemy too.
Yeah, they're my enemy, and my enemy is my friend, question mark.
So he ends up touching him with this cool electrical hand.
Oh, it's like this big giant hand with this red electric.
Yeah, and so ends up taking his disease away. All right, so...
fully restores the motherfucker.
Fully, 100%.
Yeah. He's now youthful, handsome Magneto.
It's almost like, again, I could get some of my biblical information wrong. I haven't been to Sunday school in 20 fucking years. But that's why I thought of the Holy Ghost or the Holy Spirit.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I think in the Noah's Ark, or not Noah's Ark, Jesus Christ, the Moses story, there's that story with the first borns. I guess that's actually Angel of Death as I'm saying this. So maybe it's more like Angel of Death. But I was thinking stuff in that vein, I guess. I don't know.
A restorative process?
Usually they suck the life out of you, but I was thinking it's the opposite
they give
in
it
this
to
case.
You,
Or I guess it sucked the disease out of him. I don't know. Just a thought in the back of my head.
The healing hands where they
Yeah, I mean,
like Mac and Me where he saves the kid who got shot.
I mean, and Logan already said it. The book leans into it more. Yeah. The Jewish backstory of what a golem technically is. We didn't quite get to that part of this entity. I'll keep calling it. But the Christian element too. I feel like there's enough of that in the movie. And more window dressing, but that's why I thought of that.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, and then it's also at this point where you see Eva wakes up and she thinks it's all been a dream.
Yeah,
and she finds out that he's healthy. and sat there and he's like, listen, I saw what's killing the men, and it's a hammer, it's a brute force. We can use this. We can use it. She's like, what are you talking about? You're talking about demons, the devil, golems.
Look at my hands. Look at my face. I'm
Gollum.
young again.
The ring, exactly.
Well,
Same
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
same idea. This all-powerful thing, but is it really gonna help you? You're full of like hope because like
yes.
the Nazis have obliterated the Jews at this point.
In his mind, he's like, nothing's worse than the fucking Nazis outside.
Exactly.
And that's what makes it interesting. That's why I wish that this story was a little bit better represented on screen, because that nugget is like, wow, that's some intriguing info. And even the Jürgen Perschnau angle of like, yeah, I worked for the Nazis, but I was anti-fascist. I would have been on the same side as your son because they have a conversation in a little while. It's just the dynamic is very interesting between the characters.
So basically, that's we have Woman comes showing back up, and he is like, listen here, I heard what happened. We're gonna get you out of here, okay? To Eva, he's like, you gotta go.
We're moving the woman.
You're not safe here anymore. And that's when we get the backstory that you just brought up about Dr. Kuza's son, and him fighting in Spain and stuff like that. And he was like, we would have been on the same side, if I was in Spain, but I was not.
Yeah.
So Eva gets a room at the inn, which is currently being occupied by Glaken.
He's just there.
He's just there looking out the window, and it's funny because he always wants to keep an eye on the keep, and that's why he picks that room.
And that like elder or whatever, the guy that owns the inn, is just like, you're not gonna leave? Well, Ava, I guess you could go back to the keep. And she's like, nah, I'll stay. It's okay.
I guess you're roommates now. Here you go.
He just goes downstairs. He's like, whatever. If you're okay with it, I don't care.
And this is where clearly scenes have been removed because like there's a big time jump, and they get to know each other.
Real well.
A lot of hugging and
screwing on the floor, dude.
Yeah,
see, that's kind of interesting to me because I didn't even think about a time jump at all. I'm just like, okay, they're fucking like the day they meet, and then the next scene happens. Like, I didn't even think about a time jump.
I thought maybe like it's justified for the fact that he's like this otherworldly being, and kind of maybe has some kind of effect on her where she's drawn to him, which and you brought up the vampiric angle too, so maybe that's part of it too.
Yeah. So there was more exhibition,
kind of like archaic good.
Yeah, there's more exhibition scenes we would have gotten to see why that happened.
Yeah, because like they build a relationship, I think.
Yes,
right?
yes.
I don't mean anything super deep, just something besides, again, what did I just literally say on our other episode on Movie Dumpster for Magic that we did together? But it's like, I need a little bit, just something to be like, make that connection a little bit more profound, but really it doesn't matter.
She's getting the stick from Stick.
No. She is. She is.
Yeah.
She's loving it.
Yeah.
So while this is happening, the monster of Molasar, and because it does suck because we never get the conversation where he actually says his name or anything like that.
That's why I was confused earlier. I was like, is this a golem?
Yeah.
Is this, what the fuck is this?
So Molasar shows back up and talks to Dr. Kuza, and he pays him another visit, and this is when we get the fucking cool stage 2 version that's on the Fangoria.
Yeah.
This is
the most golem looking.
It's like the skull. It's like the Skeletor version.
Yeah.
I'm looking
the
at it
golem
now.
version stage 3
is the end.
Oh, okay, my bad. I couldn't see the comic cover.
Yeah.
Of the Vancoria.
So basically this scene's just so fucking sick. He's just, and it's this like it is, he's repairing himself over a period of time. So now he's in the muscular skeletal phase of him like
Uncle Franken.
His Uncle Franken, yeah. Basically he looks to him, he's like, listen, I feel you have death around you, he says to Dr. Kuza. And he's like,
they put me in camps.
Yeah, he's like, what you see is my brethren been put in camps.
Yeah.
He doesn't like to hear this shit.
And he's like, you put my people, they're killing my people. Yes, your people, they're killing your people.
I'm supposed to be killing those people.
He's like sitting there, he goes, listen, I will destroy these men, these Nazis, in 2 days once I'm complete, but I need your help.
Yeah.
Can you help me to become whole so I can leave this place and do the bidding of our people. Once again, he's really leaning into it to get him to do what he wants him to do.
I think that he's part of the Jewish people. Like, he doesn't say that, but Ian McKellen's assuming that.
And he's playing on that assumption.
Yeah.
Because he's a master manipulator.
And he's playing, and now it's all making more sense because you're saying he's like this vampiric shape-shifting entity where it's like, okay, he's Jewish. The Golem is a Jewish monster that was created by the Jewish people to fight their enemies. So, of course, he's going to appear to him that way.
100%.
Exactly.
100%.
And kind of get his help.
And
Because he's the only one he can trust right now.
And it makes sense, too, because it is really cool because in the documentary that's in the big box set, it is fun because I actually might be the guy who, I think it actually is the guy who wrote the Fangoria article. He went on set.
Oh, no shit.
To talk to Michael Mann and stuff like that. And he read the book.
Mm-hmm.
And he's talking to Michael Mann. And he's like, and you can see it's fun because you can hear their audio on the mics picking up.
Mm-hmm.
And he's talking to Michael Mann. He's like, he goes, so they're vampires, right? It's a vampire. And he goes, no. And you see him telling him in the behind stage clip, like what he's changing. I thought that was like, oh, that's kind of cool to have that evidence of that going on. I just thought that was like, oh, it's cool. We finally can see cool shit like that.
Yeah. It's like video evidence of the interview.
Yeah. So basically, we now see the town is completely covered in mist. Okay.
You mentioned
another time
earlier.
jump. Another time jump. The town is going batshit crazy.
The priest is like bleeding out of the eyes, like he's trying to pray to something. That doesn't even make any sense.
He sacrificed a sheep. He's
Is
drinking.
that what it is?
Yeah. Once again, because we have this and it's big blown up on a big TV, you can see everything.
I just saw dead animal blood on the face. I'm like, this doesn't look very Christian.
Oh,
Yeah, he's drinking its blood. He goes batshit crazy.
The keeper got killed, but we never saw that. I guess
This is when he would have gotten killed. Yes, he would have been
man.
murdered by his sons. We see the priest goes visit Dr. Kuza and goes batshit crazy. How how everything he believes because he's Jewish is wrong. The God in X, Y, and Z is the only true path.
the Nazis have it better figured out than you, and it's like, all right, you've lost it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Kuza goes to meet with Eva, and they get to meet Gleekin.
Who's this guy?
For the first time, yeah.
She's like, well, Dad, by the way, I fucked him.
Yeah.
Well, also this also explains. Listen, so how everything's been going on, and as he leaves the keep, you see the like almost like the soldier like season, like in it, like.
Oh yeah, he's all fucked up.
Yeah.
So that he can leave.
That's the
Exactly.
whole thing. All the soldiers from the mist, I guess, for lack of
Yeah.
a better term, are like fucking seizuring it.
And Ian McKellen's like on the quest to go get the artifact that Molasar needs to escape. And like you said, like they come across Gleekin, and Gleekin's like, "You can't fucking go get that."
No.
thing."
He's corrupting you, and he's like, I don't want to hear that shit.
He's like, "You don't understand. You'll be dead if you come in like 5 feet of this
The
fucking
thing that
thing."
cracks me up, though, Ian McKellen's like, Hey, Nazis, there's this guy in the fucking inn that's definitely sleeping with my daughter or something, but yeah, he's fucking this off. Can you go take care of him?
Well, he thinks
they're like, oh, abso-fucking-lutely.
Well, he thinks Malasar's his
honest.
his savior,
No,
so
I
he's
know.
got to kill this fucking guy.
It's just, I don't know. He's clearly lost. Speaking about losing the plot, Ian McKellen's losing the plot.
Yeah.
He's trying to do anything to save the Jewish people, but now he's literally working with the SS. Like, by the end of the movie, he kind of realizes his own misstep, but it's just again, the dichotomy of these characters that you would never think would work together in any way are now, they have a motive, obviously.
He's using the Gestapo as like means to
Yeah.
Get this guy out of his fucking way.
Well, because he needs to get that talisman
Yeah.
also. So, yeah.
And they fucking Gleekin like goes to go into the keep, and like these SS officers step up and just shoot the shit out of him.
Oh, it's so cool.
And he's just got like predator blood, and it's like blue and
it's
green.
so cool.
It's awesome.
I thought he was dead. I was like, how the fuck are they coming back from that? They just killed the immortal guy.
He fucking grabs one dude and throws an SS officer just like
Wow.
off the bridge.
That's why he gets
It's great.
shot.
It's
It throws
really
them
cool.
all. They're like, oh, this guy's crazy. Kill him.
Yeah.
It's cool though, but like obviously he's like super strong.
Yeah. Well, he's like Jesus, like I said.
Even if I was a German soldier and I shot this guy and I saw fucking blue and green come out of him, I'd be like,
I'd be a little concerned.
yeah, I'd be like, I don't know about that.
Looks like somebody at the end of the fucking food fight in Hook, for Christ's sake.
All my favorite never foods inside
Yeah.
this guy.
Well, that's like watching, like I was like watching the last season, like of Stranger Things, when they're like all the demigorgons come to fight, and you're like, if you're like a soldier and you constantly see this thing get shot multiple times and it doesn't kill it, I'll be like, okay,
run.
I'm fucking gone.
Yeah,
This ain't gonna do nothing. I'm fucking leaving. man.
Rocket launcher. Don't even fucking waste bullets in a pistol.
So
Barry's got to drop it to you though.
Yeah, exactly.
Woman goes off on Kemper. He's like, listen, you like whatever you're doing isn't working either. Okay, like this thing fucking kills people, and it doesn't care who it kills.
Indiscriminately, yep.
100%.
He misjudged this guy, though.
Yeah.
He should have maybe held his tongue a little bit.
Yeah, and
He's kind of sick of it at this point, though, right?
well, he's also drunk too.
Yeah,
What's called because you kind of see like him like slightly start, which I guess scenes being removed. Like you see him like
Messes
getting
it all
drunk
up.
and shit
It
like
messes
that.
it all up.
He's losing it,
the
man.
flow.
So he ends up basically hearing a bunch of gunshots go off, and he thinks the guy's going to go to grab a gun. He's going to grab the cross because he thinks that's the only thing that's going to be helpful because the Dr. Kuzo gave him the cross.
Yeah, he gave it to Jurgen. Yeah.
He's like, oh, it protected me for many years, even though I'm Jewish, because he asked him specifically because of that. Yeah. Yeah, he reaches for that, and the SS guy's like, fuck that, and just unloads on him. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe he got killed.
Yeah.
And so now the gunshots have stopped, and Kemper goes out.
Yeah.
All his men are just demolished.
This is like a cartoon pile up. Just like 50 bodies piled on top of each other, smoke coming off it.
It is ridiculous. Like it's like just, it's a mixture of burnt, but also they look rotten.
Yeah.
Was it here or is it towards the end a little bit more where like there was a whole effect scene that was cut and there was like exploding fucking heads and he just like kills all the
This
Nazis?
scene-
This is this scene.
This was all shot.
This,
I mean, we didn't get it.
I would have
all this
loved
was
to
shot.
see that.
The entire murdering of all the soldiers, that was all filmed.
Molasar, like,
Wow.
you see it all. He like blows their fucking heads up and shit, but like there wasn't enough effects to finish. And because the effects guy had died, they didn't know what to do, so they just cut the fucking scene.
I kind of like the way it's edited, but
It
I
still
want to see
works.
that.
It still works.
yeah, but that would have
It
been
makes-
so satisfying.
yeah, it definitely would have. Because now he's in his full form that I kept
Yeah.
mentioning earlier. The literal, like, he looks like a fucking
Now
golem, like
now
a flesh
like
golem.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
He looks like fucking Apocalypse.
yeah,
He does, he
yeah.
does, and he also reminded me, even though Rawhead didn't really talk that much, Rawhead comes to mind a little bit.
Or,
Maybe it's that bulking kind of running figure,
Or that robot from Judge Dredd.
Yeah,
looks like
yeah,
that,
yeah. Yeah,
imposing character.
Yeah.
he looks like a Transformers kind of.
Kinda.
Like how the head's a dome and stuff.
I see it like in my head, but I'm trying to remember like specifically there's something that it reminds me of.
So apparently its head is supposed to mimic a Nazi helmet. Apparently they went
Oh,
over
okay.
the design.
Yeah.
His design went through multiple. Here's the thing. So they got the skeletal design, the muscular skeletal design, and Michael Mann says, "I hate it." And then they had him redesign something completely, and it looked like a melted body of organs with the skull mask. And he goes, "Just use the fucking other one."
I hated that more, yeah. It works. I think it looks cool.
I think
it's
cool.
so fucking sick.
I like it.
And it grabs this fucking Nazi by the neck and is like holding it up. It doesn't do an instant kill. It kind of talks to him for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it sucks his soul out.
Yeah.
It's super. I mean,
It
that
does
seems
kinda
pretty
go
rewarding.
Yeah.
Full soul suck. Yeah, that is some fucking Shang Tsung shit, man.
So Kuza finds out. Kuza is his goal right now is to look for the talisman, which once again scenes being removed because it looks like he's been looking for it this entire time, and he finally finds it. Now we just see, oh, he found it in this rubble. It's like.
There it is. It was
like-
there the whole time.
He's like, take it out to the mountains. But I don't think we ever even see these supposed mountains. Just rocks all over the
Yeah.
place. I guess that's the mountains.
And once again, cue in the Tangerine Dream soundtrack, him freaking stomping, and you can tell it's just a fucking flashlight, but with the crosses,
Yeah.
while he's walking by the crosses and they're lit. That scene, talk about style.
It's
well,
cool, man.
so-
and
It's
they're like
really
they're
cool.
like lighting as he's passing him, like
Yes.
in reaction to the talisman, and
Yes.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So Eva finds him and is like, listen, stop. You're wrong about this. Listen. That he is not who he says he is. He's fooling you. He's corrupting you. And he's like, no, get out of my way, woman. And he's like, no. And then, so Molasar tells him to kill his daughter,
Classic devil shit.
kill your daughter, and remove my talisman.
That's like the worst thing he could have said. Like, Ian McKellen's a little bit too sharp. He ain't falling for that one. He's not totally lost his
Eva's
shit.
the only thing in this world that he loves.
And he's mentioned it like 5 times in the movie. Like, as long as my daughter's okay, as long as my daughter's taken care of, I don't want to leave without my daughter.
That was a gross misstep by Molasar. Like, you shouldn't have did
yeah.
that, dude. You should have just possessed his daughter.
And oh my God, his monologue here is so good. He's like, "Who are you to tell me to kill my daughter?" he's like, "If you are who you say you are, you take this talisman, you remove it from the keep yourself."
Well, yeah, because he's like, if it's really yours, why can't you touch it? And then he's like backing up without saying anything.
Take it! Take! Oh, it's so freaking cool. And the wind's blowing through his hair.
Well, and then it even takes the fucking disease and puts it back into him. I was like, fuck you then.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God. Once again, this is fantasy shit. This isn't horror movie stuff. Oh,
Well, I guess in that respect, maybe
it's like
Michael
fantasy
Mann
horror, but
did
yeah,
accomplish it. Just the editing and the production company fucked them.
Yeah.
Paramount screwed him real good.
So, like you said, Molasar gives him his disease back, and all of a sudden, Gleekin shows up.
Yep.
And he grabs the talisman, and we find out what was been in that case this entire time. It connects to the talisman and creates a weapon that he uses to destroy Molasar. We get this
His super vacuum.
Oh my
Reverse.
God,
He puts it from suck to blow.
Oh, God. She's got from suck to
That's
blow.
what it looked like to me. I mean, when you say it's a staff, that makes more sense, but it looks like just this tube with light coming out of it.
Yeah.
A lightsaber.
And you see this super cool scene of like the
the
all
grids.
lights
Yeah,
show.
it's awesome.
It's like a freaking like Pink Floyd show.
Also,
Man, it's
like,
so fucking cool.
when the entity sees him come in, it's like, you! He's like, yeah!
That's right, motherfuck. Here we
You're
go.
fucked. Get back in your fucking ziggurat. I mean, that's what it basically is, the keep. I mean, it's a fortress with a ziggurat in it.
Well, it's
If
cool.
that makes any sense, you know what I'm talking about.
When he shows up too, and you notice like they're like, he looks different. His neck is this fucking big around. It's so weird looking. And then his eyes are all white, and it's the weird. The contacts that he used they look like bug eyes.
Yeah,
They
a
had the
little
little
bit,
like the catacombs or whatever.
Oh, yeah. The, I know what you're talking
I
about.
love
like
the-
a prism almost.
Yeah, prism. Yeah,
He fucking basically walks this thing back to the spot, which again, no one else ever found the whole movie. That had to be a deleted scene. The fucking hole in the mall where they removed the one. He knows exactly where to bring it. Magic, I suppose. And he's like walking him back with the fucking talisman out, or I guess he's like shooting it with the thing.
Yeah.
Well, first they go back and forth, almost.
Yeah,
like,
a little bit, like
you get like almost like Jedi
wizard.
versus
Yeah.
Dark Side.
Sith.
A little bit, yeah.
Or even like
Like a beam clash or some shit.
Gandalf and Sauron.
There you go. Better
Yeah.
example.
Or some Kamehameha, like some like Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, that's why I said,
that-
you know.
Yeah, perfect. But yeah, he ends, like you said, he ends up blasting him and creates the portal that he gets sucked into, and then Gleekin gets sucked into the portal and gets removed, and then it cuts to Ava on the bridge with the remainder. The smoke is gone, and she's just looking into the camera.
Right.
And we cut to credits.
Yeah.
Which we would have saw Gleekin leaving the keep.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the actual final shot.
There's like a whole other ending too.
Yeah. There was 3 endings.
There was like,
Wow.
yeah, like the full extended quote unquote like happy ending that man wanted to do.
Yeah.
And what was that? Was it just they leave together, I'm assuming?
They leave on like a wagon
Yeah,
or something like
it goes
that.
into explanation that
So the end of house too.
He is
Okay,
now
got ya.
mortal and stuff like that. Actually, we actually get more stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Which
now
is
he's-
kind of what you said happened in the book. Maybe not 1-to-1, but somewhat.
Yeah. No, surprisingly, the movie was more like the book. Just the
Before
thing.
they cut everything out.
He just wanted to switch it to a dark fantasy instead of
Sure.
the horror aspect, and so he goes, okay, well, he's apparently Michael Mann was a big fan of like German expressionism.
That's why I got
films.
Jurgen.
That's what it feels like.
And that's what he used as inspiration to make the film, which gave him the idea to do the movie Gollum, and stuff like that. So that's why we got that.
I like it a lot.
And that credits.
I was
Movie's
just saying you
over.
could do a whole episode just talking about that, the German expressionism like influence. I didn't even think about that till you said it, but yeah, like a lot of those shots that we were talking about earlier, where it's just this shot for 10 seconds. Wow, that looks cool. Next shot, 10 seconds. Wow, that looks cool. Yeah, you're right.
But it also builds a lot of the atmosphere of the movie too. Like there's that one shot where it's like where you see that stone that's all like turquoise and red and all that stuff, and it pans down to the water. In the beginning, I love that too.
No, it's like that's the one thing is like I will say like And there's a movie that, I mean, we didn't go through his like portfolio. I mean, clearly everyone knows Heat, and which is probably his most recognized film. But another film that is incredible in my personal preference is Manhunter.
Yeah. Oh, I love Manhunter.
And the way the eyes,
so fucking
saw me
good.
through the eyes,
Yeah.
and you see that glare of the eyes. Like that is so stylistic that it fits something like this.
Yeah, it's great.
The only downfall with Manhunter that I have personally is that's the movie he did after this.
Yeah,
that could have been a Tangerine Dream movie as well.
I think so too. And like, have you seen it? Dude, Tom Noonan.
I mean, I know what it is.
It's right there behind you.
It's the original Hannibal. It's like the first one, right?
Yeah, it's Red Dragon, basically.
Red Dragon. Yeah. It's really good.
Yeah, but like I said, cut the credits and the movie's over. I want to start with Sean first,
okay?
Because we're at the end of the movie. We're gonna do. Is it on the shelf, Sean?
Yes.
All right.
Listen,
return them, everybody.
I'm probably never gonna watch it again, to be honest, because what did I say like 5 times? There's just a lot of like really cool shots in this movie. Really, I think the story, I wish they had that cut you guys been talking about with some of these added scenes that we're just gonna never get. Because, even though I always joke about the romance stuff, that is a pretty abrupt romance. That's like one scene they meet, the next they're fucking.
Literally.
Yeah.
Hey, a meet cute. Why not? You're having your sneaky link, I guess, in fucking 1983. I think that's the terminology the youngsters use. Wow. I sound like a fucking boomer. Jesus Christ. It's on the shelf.
You were born in the 50s?
Yeah, apparently, according to that analogy I just made. Christ. It's totally fine. I just wish that the exposition was a little bit more figured out. Maybe do some storyboards. Michael Mann, who made this movie 40 years ago, clearly he figured it out. He's got classic after classic after classic on his resume, like he just kind of said. I don't know. This was fun. If you haven't seen it, I definitely would highly recommend checking it out. Even if you just like art films, which don't always land for me. I don't know if it necessarily falls in that category, but it's bumping up against it because of what I said like 10 times already. Cinematography, this guy should have won a fucking Oscar, if nothing else. You're bringing some magic to the screen. The rest of the movie, up for debate. We just talked about it for how long. But yeah, shelf.
Yeah, it's definitely on the shelf for me, man. And I think what's so special about this movie is it's such a departure from what we've gotten from Michael Mann in his filmography. Like, it's such a different movie than Thief or Heat or Manhunter.
Well, the thing is, like, you're like, oh, he can do both.
Yeah, well, I think this was like a chance for him to like do something, step out of his comfort zone, have him do something completely different and off the wall. And I think that kind of was his Achilles heel, where he didn't know exactly what he wanted to do and had a hard time explaining it to other people because it's not necessarily in his wheelhouse. And I think that's why this film ended up the way it did. If he had a clearer vision and a more concise way to explain it to everybody and what he wanted, plus hire a fucking guy who is good at special effects, but like that has a team that could carry it out. You know what I mean? That was a mistake, especially for the scope of this movie. And like finishing the effects.
Like literally, God forbid, and the worst that you could think of happened.
And he passed away, which was unfortunate. But I'm super fucking bummed that we just cannot get the full cut of this. Like, you're telling me that in Paramount's vault they don't have the footage anywhere?
I'm sure there's got to be someone who had recorded it on TV. And it's got to be somewhere out there in the zeitgeist.
So, well, I'm talking about the 210-minute version.
Oh, gotcha.
Of all of that footage. But as far as the TV version goes, there's a copy of it out there. They're of it from television, but they weren't legally allowed to release it for some reason in tandem with the restoration of the film, and that kind of pisses me off too. Even as a special feature, they couldn't even add it.
I wonder if it has something to do with the fact that the song, like you said, like the songs that were part, like I guess it has to be something to do with Tangerine Dream and the licensing of the songs that were used within the scene at the time, because there are certain songs that are very important to the movie, including the ending song, which is a straight up Tangerine Dream song that they repurposed for the film. There's got to be some, because Tangerine Dream has, they have formed, unformed, reformed, unformed. So I wonder if there's something to do with like maybe they're not on the same page.
I feel like it's definitely a music rights thing. It gives me the same vibes as Return of the Living Dead, like how that has had like release problems because of securing all the music for the soundtrack and the original sounds and sound effects and
Yeah.
music versus the replacement, and then finally with the original shit, and that was a whole rights nightmare, so I could see that happening. But I mean, overall, it's a fucking good time. It's absolutely gorgeous. Sean said he wouldn't watch it again, but if you are a cinematographer or somebody who appreciates more art type films, it gives me like a Richard Stanley kind of vibe. Something like,
Well, like Moreau. That was a fucking shit show behind the scenes.
well, I meant like
Hardware's probably a
I
better
meant like
example.
Hardware or
Yeah.
Dust Devil or even akin to like again, like Logan had said, it had a German expressionism in the filmmaking, and that was a big inspiration. It's absolutely gorgeous, and it's totally worth the price of admission just to see it, especially in 4K for sure. And the effects are fucking cool. Even the ILM stuff that had come in later, but also the original effects, like the skeletal form and the end golem form, is really cool. And the stuff we do get is really good, and it's fun to see Serene McKellen as a younger man. And even Stick, like we said, I forgot his name. What's his name?
Glenn Clegg.
Scott Glenn.
Scott Glenn,
yeah.
Glenn Clegg.
And I don't know. It's a good time. It's a good time. I wish it's just one of those things, man, where in the back of your head where you're like, I wish I could see the Mann's true version of what he intended this movie to be.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where it's just like, I'm sure so much stuff was just thrown on the floor when it was cut.
Which is like totally awful because they had zero faith in it, and unfortunately that's the way that it goes.
Like he went through three different editors to the point where like they were like, I'm not working with you anymore, man. We can't keep on recutting the exact same scene over and over for days just for us to print it and send it off. And you're like, no, go grab it. Bring it back. I don't want that.
Well, it shows that he was ultimately nervous about it too, because again, like I was saying, like totally out of his wheelhouse and not really sure how to put this together in a way that he thought would resonate with the audience. And clearly it didn't in the first couple rounds. And then Paramount was like, fuck, we got to cut our losses, shorten it even longer and get it out the fucking door so we can make some money back.
Yeah.
And
unfortunately they really didn't. And and the thing is, it was, the critics didn't help. And I will say with one thing with the critics, like, when people say this movie doesn't make sense, does it really not make sense? Are you really it's still, with the scenes removed, it still makes sense.
it makes you wanting more exposition, but it doesn't not make sense.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I agree. Because that was a big thing, is people like, this movie makes no sense. It's like, are you watching it?
It makes sense, but it doesn't make sense from the perspective of even, let's just bring back the sex scene again, like going from I don't know you to we're having sex already, and it's like, well, what the where's the
Right,
relationship?
Because he didn't show a reflection in a mirror that she didn't even actually see. The audience only saw it.
Now again, I could write that off as he's just like an otherworldly being, and he's
He's Jesus.
He
Just gonna keep saying it.
Jesus was fucking right.
Why not?
But
He gets hard too.
but it's shit like that, and especially, and like, what a huge mistake about cutting the scene with like the main lore keeper of like the keep TM, and like just
put that in there.
all the corruption more or less taken out, and it's like, oh well, you kind of need that. That's a
2
huge
minutes
part
of
the story.
fucking runtime, right? Like 2 or 3 minutes, just throw it in there. You're already at an hour and 37 minutes or whatever the fuck.
I mean, just make it a cool 100 minutes. What's the problem?
Weird. I don't see any problem.
Or even 95. What does it run? Oh, it's 96, right? 96. So yeah, cool 100 minutes. Why not?
Exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, for me, it is 100% on the shelf. As clearly, as people can tell, I wouldn't collect the stuff if I didn't like it. But yeah, it's everything that y'all said. I said a lot in the beginning of the episode, so I'm not going to rehash everything. But like, I just think it's a beautiful film. It's someone who is just like obsessed with like that dark fantasy synthwave vibe that this film gives, and just like, that is my jam. Like, that stuff I just freaking love.
Hell yeah.
And it's like, it has this movie. I know they're not the same movie, but watching this movie, I get the same feeling I get when watching Legend. Same Same thing.
I was just gonna say
That's why I
that.
brought it up a couple times.
Trust different subject matter, but it's the same thing.
And Tangerine Dream.
Which
That too. Well, no, that's also part of why you think about it, right?
Yeah.
The fantasy element.
But it is like a high fantasy type deal.
and that's the cool thing is what I like about this movie.
This is more like the vaporwave version, though. But
yeah, but that's what I like about this movie is that is my type of fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, give me something in more modern times, but have something supernatural, something that still is like it could be fairies related or whatever, dragons and stuff like. That's why I like Reign of Fire. I think is so much such a fun film because it's dragons during modern era that our economy has collapsed and all that shit. Like we're putting dragons in modern times.
Right, it's not medieval times. It's
Exactly.
not a fantasy setting.
It's more modern socio-political climates or situations mixed with fantasy.
Yeah, and that's the thing is fantasy doesn't
elements. Yeah.
It doesn't always have to belong in that medieval time frame.
No,
it doesn't have to. You can put it in modern time and it can still work.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think personally, I know the execution didn't do well, but I think this proves that you can do that, in my personal opinion. But yeah, this movie is 100% on the shelf for me.
Again, it could have been a literal masterpiece. Depending, we could be looking back on it now if it had that runtime and made the more sense and those effects were finished. I mean, who knows what could have happened to this movie?
Exactly. It's
could have been Michael Mann's like best movie ever, and then,
exactly.
You know what I mean? Who knows?
And the thing is and another thing, well, you can think of maybe it would have lost. Like now, people are talking about it because clearly people wanted it because they wouldn't invest this much money to release it.
Yeah,
something like that.
Well, yeah, especially all the releases that have just. I mean, it's still pretty fresh.
Yeah. But it would be very interesting to have that universe that got to go to the multiverse and which one do you want to go? I want to go to the one where Michael Mann actually got to finish the keep.
Well, speaking of John Cena, if you go in that fucking portal door he has to the other world with the Nazis in charge, they definitely made sure the keep was done right. They had to make sure they got out the SS is represented properly.
Yeah, Michael Mann's most favorite movie, The Keep. It's great.
In the Nazi world
Nazi world.
Peacemaker.
Is that the trade-off? It's like,
you get a good version
but
of
Keep. You have to live in the Nazi world.
Well, ask Peacemaker. It was a hell of a trade-off. Season 2.
All right, you guys. So Dumpster Boys, tell us where we can find you guys.
Yeah, man. We are the Movie Dumpster
Yes.
podcast. I'm Sean, and I'm Sean.
I'm Joe.
That's where I'm going.
Yes.
Have we swapped bodies? That's what happened.
I think it's the seating arrangement.
I think it's the seating arrangement that's fucked me up.
But yeah, moviedumpsterpodcast.com
Yeah.
if you want to find out what's going on at the dumpster. We got a store on there with some merch. Joe's wearing one of our sweatshirts.
look at that. It's
I'm
cold
wearing
out.
one of the t-shirts.
The Creep Show one. We got stickers and hats and all kinds of stuff.
We're also on YouTube.
Yep.
Much
Yeah.
like Logan and Becca.
If you're watching now on YouTube, do us a favor, go sub to us if
Yes.
you're not, or check us out. See if you dig the show.
And we're also on wherever you get your podcasts. So we do similar stuff. We definitely hit that nostalgia vein as hard as Logan does, but we like to mix it up occasionally. But a lot of B movies, a lot of horror movies.
Yeah, definitely go check out the episodes with Logan.
Yes.
We did The Hand, and we just did Magic as well. So definitely go check those out.
And also, they do movies that are later forgotten that you want to shed light on and stuff like that.
That's the whole concept of the Movie Dumpster, man. All the movies that the general public have thrown away or forgotten about, we dig them up and we talk about them.
Pull them out of the dumpster.
Pull them out of the dumpster. We might not always like them.
Sometimes they might go back in the dumpster.
Sometimes it's rare for sometimes, but we try to show everybody stuff they might like or have missed or stuff like that, or classics that they love that we want to talk about.
Perfect. And do y'all have any final thoughts on the film or?
Is that cross made out of nickel or silver?
I don't know.
That's what I want to know.
It is a treasure in there. Look.
Is that from the actual set? They only made 100 of them?
I know. Oh my god! Oh my god! It's so thick.
It's pretty fucking heavy.
I got the cross. I got the silver.
All right, Joe's head's about to explode in 5.
You shall not pass.
I got nothing. Or you gotta be like, what the Russos said they made fucking Ian McKellen say on every day on the set of Doomsday. Fly, you fools.
Fly, you fools.
And I read that and I was like, well, Ian McKellen's a good player, because I would have been like, all right, it's like the 10th fucking day in a row. Fly,
I'm sorry,
you fools.
but I can't fucking stress enough how much I was watching this and I was like, man, I wish we had Ian McKellen young playing Magneto. I was like, man, he looks just like him.
Nah, they're just gonna recast him.
No, I know.
But he looks good here. You're right. Yeah, with the long hair.
But
yeah.
I was like picture. Yeah, but it was like perfect length.
Yeah.
Magneto
Long
hair.
yeah.
I was just like, this is bizarre. I just wanted to see him in the fucking purple and
The suit,
magenta getup.
You know what? Maybe it's good we had to wait till the late '90s for that because he had to create that relationship, the friendship with Patrick Stewart that has endured for decades.
Patrick Stewart still has that little bit of hair going on, and he's fucking fighting Kyle MacLachlan in Dune. He's like training him right now.
We could go on for a while, Logan. Stop us whenever.
All right, that's The Keep, directed by Michael Mann. Thanks for stopping by, hanging out with us. And if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe, and leave us a comment. Let us know what you thought. If you want to find out what we're up to and what we're doing, check out our Instagram and socials, or you can go to our website at www.videovillaentertainment.com to see what we got cooking up next. We'll be back with more reviews, so until next time, I'm Logan.
I'm Joe for Movie Dumpster.
And I'm Sean O'Rourke, also from Movie Dumpster.
And thanks for renting from the Villa.